Hi everyone, it's me, Xbox Maddie, and today I'm actually finishing my tier list for My Little Pony. So as you can see here, I've perfectly arranged all these episodes. So far, I have my all the categories: awesome, yeet, perfect, amazing, great, good, decent, meh, mixed feelings / don't care, I don't remember / boring, bad, trash, hate it, makes me mad, and I cannot stand it categories here. And this is season 9, so I honestly, I absolutely think I think season 9 is the best ending that My Little Pony could ever get. Very happy that it did well. I'm not a fan of some of the episodes, but mostly it was good. It was good. And most shows would not really do well in the finale for the entire show, but My Little Pony is not one of those. Like, My Little Pony did amazing on the finale. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I'll start from the beginning of the end. So King Somber comes back and destroys the Tree of Harmony, which is something that is actually shows a threat. Very surprising. No one could have saw that thing coming. I think it belongs at least great, because I doubt that anyone would have saw the whole Tree of Harmony destroyed thing coming. Like, it's pretty close to having the same kind of threat as Cozy Glow was, but I think Cozy Glow's threat to destroy to get rid of Drain Magic from Equestria is more threatening than destroying the Tree of Harmony and the Elements of Harmony. I mean, because eventually, somehow they still managed to win in the end. I still have no idea how they could have done it, but, you know, it's pretty good. It's probably for the same reason Equestria, it happened in Rainbow Rocks or something. Alright, let's continue. Uprooted. So, alright, I'm just gonna say that I hate the song. I just don't like the song. The song is terrible. And yeah, the song is terrible. Why did I bring it up so high? The song's terrible, but the story is interesting, and it brings us a Treehouse of Friendship, which I kind of wish we would learn more about in season 9, because we've only seen it in 2 episodes, so I don't know what to think about this. So I'll throw this episode in mixed feelings / don't care, because I do not care about it. Alright, next is Twilight 7, which is the 200th episode of My Little Pony, which shows us a crown for Sibling Supreme, and so yeah, the Twilight and her friends tried to make out a plan to do it. There's a few things I like here. One, the reference to Rarity Investigates, where Rarity and Rainbow Dash work together again to try to get information about a secret entrance. I like that. But one thing I did not like was seeing Zephyr Breeze back. Seriously, I think he's annoying. I do not like him. So with those two things considered, the episode, it would have been meh to me. But remember, there's a million other things I haven't talked about. So I absolutely love how Princess Luna was the one who and Spike were the reason, helped Spike secretly get the crown. That was cool. I kind of saw it coming, but it was kind of hard to notice. Really like that. Yeah, there's nothing really much to say here, because everything else that happens in this episode I've probably forgot. But I think this is a great for 200th episode milestone. That's something I don't think most shows get to that point. I think I really do not think they make it up to that point at all. Which is why I think that's great. It's a great way to mark a 200th episode. So I'm sure. Put that right there. It's better than the episode where Flurry Heart was cute. And the one where T-Rex nearly destroyed Equestria. Next is the Point of No Return, which was one of the episodes where it takes us back to season 1, where we had Twilight, before she was an Alicorn, before she moved to Ponyville. The good times. Apparently Twilight never returned a book. It got delivered to her castle because finally Celestia decided to ship her all the stuff that she left in Canterlot. Finally, they're bringing all that stuff to the castle, and it's the same season she moves back to Canterlot. How inconvenient. And she finds out there's this book that she had never returned, and it was about perfection, and it was about how being perfect doesn't really it's something about the book that turned out to be something about that everything in life does not have to be perfect or something. And I honestly don't really mind this episode. It's not like amazing, but it's good. Moon Dancer came back, but she still kept the old hairstyle. I kind of thought she would change it, but we saw Moon Dancer, so that was good. So yeah, this episode's pretty good. Gotta move it up here because it's actually better than some of these other episodes here. Yeah, it's not great. It's good. All right, next is Common Ground. All right, so because this is the last season, of course, My Little Pony had to bring back some of its fan favorites, which included Quibble Pants and Zephyr Breeze. Luckily, they were only saying one episode each, so it works. So in this episode, so we find out that Quibble Pants has a girlfriend, has a daughter, and I don't really know. And then apparently the father divorced with her or something, and Quibble Pants is trying to impress her. I don't remember either of their names, but all I remember is that he was trying to impress them. I mean, actually, he already pressed her, but he has to impress the child. And Rainbow Dash was helping him. I honestly don't care for this episode. It's Quibble Pants, so it's worse than you'd think. So yeah, it's bad because Quibble Pants is back. And you remember how much I did not like it the first time he was there. Seriously, where did I put that episode? Because I did not like seeing him there. Wait, where did it go? Where did I put the episode where Quibble Pants was there? I'm sure that one would have gone somewhere. I seriously want to find it. Oh, there it is. It's in the trash category. I'm kind of glad that the Common Ground did not have to go back. That got to go that far, because seriously, at least Quibble Pants wasn't annoying as last time. He wasn't really. All right, next is She's All Yak. Where Yona tries to fit in because her and Sandbar going to a dance that's like a pony dance, but for some reason they changed the name to something long and complicated, so it includes all the creatures. But at least they're not racist. So Yona tries to fit in, and Rarity tries to help her with that, and I guess this is good. I mean this. I don't really remember the song. I don't remember if it was good or bad or whatever. So yeah, it's good enough to go here, but it's not like it did that much to make me remember it completely. Alright, Frenemies, yes. Alright, so Frenemies is awesome. The song is awesome. You do not know how high it is on my top 15 best My Little Pony songs, and this episode is definitely going high up on this tier list. It is amazing, just three of them working together, and then they work against Grogar, which I'm happy they did because Grogar turned out to be Discord. Hold on a second. All right, so I honestly think this episode belongs. I can't believe I say it, but I think it belongs like right there. No, I have to do this. Right there. All right, it's perfect. Go watch it. It's great. Perfect. All right, sweet and smoky. All right, so we have, of course, we have to see Garble again. After all he's done to Spike, we have to see him again. Even though the last time we saw him, it was kind of a satisfying ending. And now, of course, we have to have him back. We have to have him be a little bit more, normal. Emotions and stuff. Alright. So, it turns out that Garble is Smolder's brother. And, and he likes poetry, apparently. And for some reason, when dragons laugh, they make a very hot fire that can help eggs hatch. Yeah, that kind of came out of nowhere. I kind of like how Garble got an episode to kind of redeem himself, even though he just got laughed at. But I don't really care. Not that bad, not that good, don't care. Alright, next is going to Seed, which is Applejack and Applebloom trying to find out who the great seedling is, who we've never heard of till now. We never heard of anything till now. That's kind of the thing with some of these episodes. From season 7 and 8 and 9, they have to start making stuff up. So some stuff, let's just make up plot holes because we know that there's something else that's interfering with what we just created, like this episode. Well, I already talked about that one. And in this case, they just completely made this stuff up. That's what happens at this point. Stuff gets made up, and no one really cares. But luckily, some of the stuff they made up is actually good. And some that they did not just make up. And it actually makes sense why some of this stuff is here. Alright, so going to Seed, I actually figured out from the beginning that it was Big Mac. It's Big Macintosh, because it was kind of obvious. It was. He was tired, and he was surprised by how much work he had done. That just makes it so obvious. I guess it's solvable, but I guess it's not. At least it's solvable. Imagine what would happen if it wasn't solvable. But I like a good mystery, so I have to say this episode goes up to good for me. Because I like, how much I like my mysteries. Considering how high Murray Investigates is on my tier list. But yeah, how much I like a mystery, so. Yeah. Wait a second. What is it? The point of no return is still better than going to see it or whatever. Alright, student console. Alright, so this one shows Maud and Mudbriar together again. I like that. I like them together. They really work. They actually do work together. I've said so before. I like them together. I still do. They're still good. Still good together. Still perfect for each other. And in this one, they're trying to find Silverstream because they couldn't find her. She wasn't on the train. She wasn't in her dorm room. And Starlight, Trixie, Sunburst, this guy, I don't remember his name, Maud and Mudbriar all try to find him. I don't know why Maud and Mudbriar are dragged into this. I understand Starlight and Trixie, but Maud and Mudbriar, I don't understand why they're involved in this. I kind of don't understand Sunburst either. Anyway, they try to find Silverstream, but then they find a bunch of cockatrices, however it is you pronounce it. And if you remember, that creature is this thing right here. And from the episode where Fluttershy didn't take care of King Crusaders back when they were annoying little children who just ran around and did whatever they want, just because they're kids. But yeah, apparently, if you befriend one, they won't turn you to stone. But they did that to poor Mudbriar. They turned him to stone. But luckily, luckily was fine. He turned back from stone, and he was fine. Yeah, I really enjoyed this episode. More than beginning of end, surprisingly. I really enjoyed this one. Really enjoyed this. Good characters. Good side characters working together. Kind of like in the season 6 finale. Alright, next is The Last Crusade. Alright. Despite the title, this is not the last Kingdom Hearts Crusaders episode. There's another one. Anyway, we finally see Scootaloo's parents, because I'm glad. Because for a long time, I kind of thought that she was, that she didn't have parents. But, yay, we finally find out, and it only took 9 seasons. Yeah, whatever. But at least we get to see them. Eventually, at least we got to see them. We don't really get to see these ponies much often. Alright. Anyway, since these two are travelers, they want to move somewhere else so they can continue their work and drag Scootaloo along with them. Scootaloo obviously wants to stay for her friends, obviously. And they try, but they can't convince the parents to let her stay until they realize how important Scootaloo is to everyone in Ponyville, and they let her stay there while they move around and do whatever it is they do. But yeah, I'm happy that we saw Scootaloo's parents before the show ends, because otherwise everyone would have thought that they're just dead, but we would never hear from them. I kind of wish that it was more realistic about Scootaloo, she didn't have any sort of say. She didn't say, but my friends live here and we have a super important job to do. It's our cutie marks, blah, 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 destiny. And instead the parents were like, Scootaloo, we're moving somewhere else. We're moving somewhere in our city that we never heard in the show before. Let's go. And then a few days later, they're moving. But luckily they managed. Luckily, Scootaloo is staying in Ponyville. But I don't know where to put this episode, really. On its own, I think it would have gone. It could have gone at least up here. It wouldn't go to Awesome Yeet because it's not as It's not bad. It's not focused on the parents. It's focused on Scootaloo. It's one of the only things wrong with it. Other than Scootaloo having zero say about moving. Which is exactly why I'm going to move this episode down to good, because it's, I'm just going to keep it right where it is. I'm just going to keep it right there. That's the only place that's good for, because right between Once Upon a Zeppelin and It's About Time. Because, like I said, this episode does have its flaws. But yeah, it's really flawed. Alright. Next is, I think it's Between Dawn and Dusk or something. But Celestia and Luna go out and do things while Twilight and her friends handle some festival we've never heard of. Seriously, I know Queen Quisla says this in one episode in season 9, but how many holidays do you ponies have? Seriously, how many holidays do ponies have? But yeah, this episode's great. You know how good the song is. It reached top 15 best My Little Pony songs. You know how much I like Celestia and Luna. I like Celestia more than Luna. Celestia is best princess Celestia's best princess. Twilight second best princess. Cadence is worst princess. But yeah, you know how much I like Celestia, or probably not. I haven't talked much about her. Anyway, it actually showed that Celestia and Luna had better actual personalities besides being the princesses of Equestria and raising the sun and moon, being alicorns, blah blah blah. This kind of stuff we've known for seasons since season 1. So it's nice to see that they have actual personalities outside their job, outside their cutie marks and their lives in the castle. So it's good to see that. It's kind of all summarized in the song. Really, it shows how they're different. I like that. Therefore, it will go in. Actually, I want this one to go. It's better than a royal problem for sure. There. All right. Next is The Last Laugh, which is with Weird Al again. I'm happy he's back. He's much better in this episode than the last one. Instead of being a rival to Pinkie, he's a friend to Pinkie, and he invites Pinkie Pie to his laugh factory where he makes funny things. That's kind of expected. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. That fits him. But then he said that he lost his laugh and like he doesn't really look he just never looks happy. The end of the episode, but I'm happy this episode exists for a few reasons. One is that we see Weird Al and Pinkie Pie are actually closer friends. Actually, I should call him Cheese. Cheese and Pinkie are closer friends than what it looked like in the last episode that Cheese was in. But and you know how that worked out. And plus, in the series finale, we find out that Cheese and Pinkie get together and have little children, which I like. It's nice to see Pinkie Pie settle down with someone exactly like her. That makes sense. And for some reason, Gummy's giant. I have no idea why in the series finale, but anyway. So I mean the song's catchy too, so that's also good. I have to put this one right there. All right, next is 246 Great. This is this the last Rainbow Dash episode? One of the last Rainbow Dash episodes. All right, this is one of the last Rainbow Dash episodes, and it's not that great. And I'm not happy about this one. Rainbow Dash gets assigned to help the cheerleaders. Cheerleaders is a girl thing. It's a girly thing, which I'm surprised Smolder wants to get involved with. I don't know why she wants to do that, but I really think Rainbow Dash should be the trainer because you know how athletic Rainbow Dash is. Why won't you let her coach the actual team? Have Pinkie Pie coach the cheerleaders. I know Pinkie Pie's the good one of the Equestria's best buckball players, as we saw in Common Ground, right here. But I kind of wished Rainbow Dash wouldn't get that job. That doesn't work. That makes the episode bad. But I don't like this. I don't like it. It's worse than Common Ground. I don't like it. I'm not watching this again. I don't like it. That's all I have to say. All right, a Trivial Pursuit. All right, this one's interesting. I like it. It introduces pony trivia. I like it. And Twilight goes crazy for the last time, which you know how much I like episodes of Twilight Goes Nuts. You've seen where this one goes. So in this one's a Twi-Pie episode. So it's a Twi-Pie. It's Twi-Pie shipping. I'm not a fan of the ship with Pinkie Pie and Twilight. I mean, Pinkie Pie already settled down in the series finale, so Pinkie Pie's already taken. But I don't know about the two of them together. Anyway, so Twilight goes nuts because Pinkie Pie keeps clicking in this, keeps stealing and giving wrong answers, and she wants to win because apparently no one in the history of pony trivia has won 3 times in a row, but she has won 2 times, and she wants to win again. So she goes nuts studying the night before. Spike eventually makes her go to bed eventually. But yeah, it's Twilight going crazy again for the last time in the show's history. Mainly because Twilight has matured, and I like that, but I'm going to miss Twilight going crazy over everything. So, this episode definitely goes up here. Yes. Next is the summer sunset back. Alright, I'm happy. I'm really like this episode because it shows the villains messing up a random pony holiday. And this is the episode where Chrysalis asks Cozy Glow, how many holidays do you ponies have? What did I just do? Oof. Hold on a second. Oof. I'm sorry. I have no clue what I just did. Where's the episode? There it is. So, wait a second. This is out of order now. Ugh. Hold on a second. Things going out of order if you do that. Why'd I do that? Alright, this works. It's sort of the order. Alright. I'm sorry what just happened. I'm sorry. You're probably wasting your time just now. Alright. So, Summer Sunset Back. I really like this one. It shows the villain's actually doing something. I mean, Frenemies is better. Wait, no. This one's better. And also, Twilight does not go nuts. So, character development. Yay! Alright, next is this one. I forgot the name of it, but Fluttershy. But we actually get to see more of Fluttershy's life at the sanctuary. Get to see how that goes. She has to talk to animals, make sure they don't eat each other. That makes sense. And then all of a sudden, her mind switches her with angels. So they switch bodies pretty much. So yeah. Sakura stepped in and made them switch bodies. And when Angel was in Fluttershy's body, Angel said that she wants to marry Discord, which is one of the best things that any pony's ever said in season 9. It's one of the best things ever. So, that alone makes the episode great. But the rest of it's not that really interesting. So, it's decent. Gotta put it though. You gotta say, though, it's definitely one of the best Fluttershy episodes. As you can see here, all the Fluttershy episodes are decent as best. Oh no, these two ones are actually great. Alright. Next is Dragon Dropped, which destroys the very first ship in the history of My Little Pony ships, which is Rarity and Spike. And this episode destroys that ship. We get to see Gabby again, which is good. People like Gabby. I like Gabby. I mean, she was a little dumb for thinking that she would get a cutie mark. That's just weird. But this this is one of those episodes where Rarity is busy with whatever it is she does, and then she regrets spending time with that loved one. And last time it was with Sweetie Belle and Forever Philly, and now it's with Spike. And she tries to win Spike back by taking him to a power pony convention, and eventually she learns that she has to share Spike. Some elements in this were funny, but overall it's decent. It's not awful either. It just feels decent to me. Next is I forgot the name of this one too, but in this one, Starlight Glimmer tries to find a vice headmare because with Twilight leaving for Camelot because she has to rule Equestria, Starlight gets to be headmare and she needs to hire a vice headmare. Trixie obviously has in her head that she will get picked because she's Starlight's best friend, when really Starlight keeps thinking that she shouldn't be because Trixie is terrible at the job. She doesn't care. She lets students take naps in class, and she also almost harms the students, so that also is bad. But as you can see here, there's a few participants in this thing. The annoying pony that's Diamond Ciara's mother, the Doc, Octavia, Big Mac, and then of course Trixie. I honestly think this episode's amazing for how entertaining it is. It's definitely really stands out to me as one of the best of the season. It's really entertaining. I like. Wait a minute. Is it better than Friendship Bound? Yeah, it is. It's better than that one. But yeah, it definitely stands out as an amazing episode of the season, which is actually pretty good considering how this season's doing. And there's 2 episodes in perfect, and some episodes in the bad category. But other than that, there's nothing really bad about the season so far. There's alright. 5 episodes left and I'm done with the season and I'm done with the show. Alright, Daring Doubt. Alright, so I'm gonna confess I've never watched this episode. I know, I probably should have watched it, but I'm considering how the Daring Do episodes were, I just wasn't interested. I didn't have time. Too busy with my PMVs. But yeah, I was not that interested in this episode, so I never watched it. So I can't really tell you what I think of it. But considering the standard of Daring Do episodes, I have to put this as like bad. But I think I saw like one clip where something happens or something, and I don't know, kind of made me change my mind on the episodes on this Daring Do. So, you know, I'm putting it in decent, but since I never watched it, you should go watch it just to see for yourself, and you can tell me what you thought of it in the comments, because I never watched this, so you can't really trust my opinion on this one. Alright, next is Growing Up is Hard to Do, which is definitely a good Kingdom Crusaders episode. It's the last one, as you can see here, but I don't know. I mean, it's kind of good, but like the Kingdom Crusaders seem a little bit immature in this one, considering how mature they've been in the past. Like they've had a whole camp without any adults present, like, and they helped they tutored a student. Like, I think these ponies should be a little bit more mature. I mean, they can't just all of a sudden be so mature and then be less mature. But you know, at least there's no. I mean, the song in it's not that good either. It's pretty much a new version of Flight to the Finish. If this episode were to happen in like season 1, maybe it would be better. But yeah, I'm just not feeling it. Sorry. I know everyone likes that episode. Next is the Big Mac question. Alright, so I kind of didn't watch this one either. I was watching it, but then I stopped watching it, then I continued watching it. Then it's possible I might have missed a part of it or two. It was a little confusing. Anyway, so in this episode, Sugar Belle tries to propose to Big Mac, and Big Mac tries to propose to Sugar Belle. How convenient is it that they want to propose to each other at the exact same time? I mean, most of the time it's the male that wants to that proposes, but you know, sometimes the girls propose, you know, and I'm kind of happy to see these two get together. Like I've said many times, I prefer them with Pinkie Pie's sister. I prefer Big Mac with Pinkie Pie's sister instead of these two together, But you know, But you know, this is a reality, so you know, I mean, this is like the first time we've seen ponies propose to each other. Like this is the only real proof that. Wait a second. How do they fit the rings on the hooves if the ponies don't have any fingers? That brings up a lot of questions. I guess they put it on their horns, but Big Mac doesn't have a horn. Okay, this episode brings up a lot of questions. Because in Candlelight Wedding, both ponies had horns, so they could have just put the ring on the horn. But I don't know where they could put the ring. Maybe they would put it in like, I don't know. Maybe they would like make it. Maybe they make a big ring, wrap it around their hoof. I don't know. I really wish there was another season of My Little Pony, because there sure are some answers that they haven't really answered. There are some questions that they haven't really answered. But you know, it shows that the ponies are actually have some like sign of normal life like us, where they propose and stuff. But yeah, I'm definitely not watching this one again. All right, next is the ending of the end. Let me just say, this has to be one of the best. Actually, since the last problem is a separate episode, I'm kind of counting it as a series finale. Sort of, but you know, this is the ending. This is a mind-blowing ending everyone has been waiting for. as you can see here, all the ponies are getting together to save the main six. A lot like Endgame. You remember, you watched Avengers Endgame, right? You know how good that one was. I mean, it was 4 hours long, but who cares? But this episode is the equivalent, is the pony version of Avengers Endgame. I'm completely serious. And for that reason, it is one of the best My Little Pony episodes of all time, in my opinion. It is a mind-blowing ending. There's a giant threat. Like, it's the threat of that happening to Equestria. I've never seen such a big threat other than Cozy Glow and Quizless. But, I mean, they technically were working together in this episode. So, actually, I think, that definitely explains why I'm so blown away by how big the threat was and how big of a finale this was. So, alright. I don't need to say anymore, but if you haven't watched it, go watch it. Even Tempest is in it. I mean, she doesn't say anything, but she's her for horn, even though it's broken. And all the creatures there too. Alright. Last episode of this tier list review. This tier list thing. Alright. The last problem. Alright. At first I had mixed feelings. For one, Twilight's coronation did not do that well. Like, so many things went wrong. Why? Why did it go so wrong? Seriously. Like, I really feel like they could have done, I really think that Twilight deserved better. I know it's nostalgic because of season 1 with the whole gown grabbing gala thing, but really, this kind of brings down how good the episode is. But don't worry, it's still at least amazing for me, because it's Magic Friendship Grows is one of my favorite My Little Pony songs. You already know that, and it really, really is a good ending. And the best part is, you know that book, that you know how in the first episode of the entire show they opened up a book. In this episode, the book closes. I know, it's amazing. I have to put it up here. This is just amazing. It's not perfect. There's like I said, some flaws to it, but it kind of works. You know, Pinkie Pie and Cheese get together. Rarity, for some reasons in Yak Yakistan, I will never understand that. Applejack never settled down and got kids, and I mean, for all I know, but you know, she's working hard. She's working at the farm, and we don't see Grammy Sniff, which means she's probably dead, sadly. Fluttershy is still working at the sanctuary, and she's kind of with Discord. I mean, Discord's opening portals in the episode, so probably. And Rainbow Dash is retired as a Wonderbolt, which means she's relaxing now. And also, I love the designs of all the characters when they're older. I love the designs, so perfect. Alright, so that was my My Little Pony tier list. Let's go over the 10 best episodes, the 10 worst episodes. And if I'm not going to talk too much because I'm probably going to make another video because I know not many people are interested in watching these things, but, you know. So, top 10 best episodes are number 1, Rarity Investigates. Number 2, Thanks for the Memories. Number 3, Ending of the End. Number 4, you know, I'm just gonna say the numbers. I'm not saying the whole title. It's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And if there's honorable mentions, every single episode in Perfect is an honorable mention to me. And as for the worst episodes, well, it looks like so this one, definitely. This one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright. So, that was my My Little Pony tier list. I'm just going to scroll through slowly so you can look at my opinions. Alright, that was my list. I hope you enjoyed this tier list series. It's gonna end with this video. Eventually I'm gonna make more videos about My Little Pony. I really want to talk about it more. So I feel like this tier list would be like an hour long if I just focus on talking about every episode individually and talk more about it. But you know, if you have any good ideas for any videos I can do talking about ponies, I'm definitely happy to do it. I love My Little Pony Friendship's Magic. It is really, really good. Hold on a second. I changed my mind about this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm sorry. I just hate the fact that this random dragon appears on Twilight's doorstep and claims to be Spike's father. Like, I mean that's kind of identity theft right there. All right, that was my list. Hope you enjoyed this. I'll see you in one of my I'll see you some other time. Goodbye. Yeet.